it was shaking, and people, it was like, it was like, I never felt that in my life. I never saw anything like that. It was like people were screaming, so at the last moment I screamed Ya Hussein too, and the light turned off. And I don't know if I did the right thing or the wrong thing, but just out of nowhere, a guy came and he wanted to lecture us about doing things like that is not good, And I was like feeling at the same time guilt, but not so much guilt, because it was the maqam of Hussein, of course, the Sunnis. No, he was a Sufi actually. He was a Sufi, and so that was like another big sign for us, That was another big sign for us. We was like, man, like I gotta say, like every day something big happened, And I don't remember everything, but every day something big happened, something unusual, something that never happened, something we can't, something that, unusual. And so yes. So like when we went home, we were like really happy and everything, and we wanted to, for the third time, we wanted to plan that this time we will go and we're gonna go to we're gonna go to the maqam for a personal thing, and like everyone for himself, making dua and so on, that. This time it's not like a group thing, it's like a personal thing, go for yourself and make your du'as and talk to Allah from there. The maqam of Imam Hussein alayhi salam in Egypt, they said that it had the head of Hussein alayhi salam, but it doesn't have anything of him. But there is, I think they have a door, and in the door they have some belongings of the Ahlul Bayt, some things, like the shoe, or I don't remember. Yeah, exactly. I know that. But I remember that visiting the place is like the reward for visiting a place like this is nearly the same as visiting Karbala. So yes, so for the third time we went. Yeah, it's in the name of Hussein. So for the third time we went. This one, I was fasting that day, so my energy was like drained, So I didn't do my du'as and prayers and things like that, wasn't so properly, because I was fasting and my energy was drained. So I was like half sleeping in the maqam, and we were going around, To be honest, I had the intention to look for the imam, but. Because I heard when you visit some places like this, have the intention to look for the imam, and I was that was my mission that day. I was like going back and forth, and hoping for the chance to meet the imam. You never know, you never know. But that didn't happen, But inshallah, it will happen someday, inshallah. So yes, the brothers were in the maqam, and they were like breaking down. And we are having dreams daily, brother, daily. So yes, for the third time we went, and since then, I started to think what to do, And I was thinking what to do, because I didn't feel that I was doing the right thing because about the hijrah. Why? Because my mom was left home, and I have a brother who has Down syndrome. And the thing is, my mom is sick, and she is dependent on me, and all these thoughts came to my mind. And another thing came to my mind, that I have promised to bring my mom to Iran, so that is a big duty to me to do. So all these things start to come as a so all these things start to come to my mind, and it was like big flashbacks, and I had dreams, and so on. So I was like, okay, I gotta do something. So I was like flip-flopping those days, you know. The brothers were like witnesses. Like um, I was like flip-flopping in my plans. I wanted to stay for for one day, and the next day I was like, I gotta go home, and you know, and so on. So like the Friday, 2 days before I left, because I left on the Sunday, I think. Yes, it was on the Sunday I left. On the Friday, the days before, we were like talking about taking the next step. We were talking about taking the next step, you know, to be more proactive, you know, to like work, you know, work in the way of, you know. So when we were talking about that, when Abdullah Hashim went home, just out of nowhere, he was received a mail from Abu Turab that we should make a protest on Friday. And subhanAllah, that was another big sign for us. Yeah, that was on timing. And so yes, on Friday, we met Sheikh Abdullah Salim, and we were preparing, we were making some posters and things like that, and it was really, really good, you know, and it felt really nice. So on the way, we went to the Iraqi ambassador, but unfortunately he wasn't there, and but some soldiers, or I don't know what, the guards were there, and to be honest, it felt really, really good that day. I was like thinking before I was leaving, I was like thinking, you know, maybe something bad will happen, or I don't know, maybe the guns will be raised that day, or I don't know, maybe someone will be arrested or anything, you know. So yes, you guys know about the protest, and you have the video. And next day, I time a ticket to go back to Sweden, and I feel like a tourist here. I gotta be honest, I feel like a tourist here, and I don't feel home anymore here in Sweden. So, inshallah, we can do hijrah back to the places that will lead us to meet our Imam, inshallah. And so yes, I was like shortly going through what happened, and inshallah, if Abdullah Hashim will share in details what happened, and he will make a video of it, inshallah. So yes, that was it for me, and Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad al-Aim wa al-Mahdim wa sallam taslima katira. If anyone can take over the mic, inshallah.